Why don't these sorts of places have escalators? You won't come back now, you won't land. Can't quite make out the writing on that. Welcome to another adventure. I do find these old church buildings fascinating. 11 o'clock, the church clock's on time. I actually didn't come here to see the church and the churchyard. That was a bonus. We're here to climb up to the top of that big lump and have some lunch. I think I'm going the right way. There's a load of ramblers heading towards me. The youngest one of them looked about 75 and they all look fitter than me. Oh, mind the step. I nearly got caught out by that. That could have been quite nasty. There is a designated walking route up to the top, and judging by the way the grass here is a bit flatter, I would imagine I'm on it. The height at the top of the hill is 136 metres. It's a nice pleasant walk. Is this the way? Yesterday it was early spring. The sun was so bright up in the sky, it was burning my eyes. And today is so dark and dreary. We're back to late winter. Today is not the day for topping up vitamin D. What a beautiful old oak tree. This must be the route. I did have a look around the church earlier. It was quite fascinating. I was amazed at the organ that they've got there and the big tubes that come out the top for the sound to travel up. It was absolutely amazing. I didn't expect to see this bit of water here. That's a surprise. Wonder what they are. There's a farmer in the background playing around with his tractor. I hope he doesn't say, "Get off my land." I don't know how well this comes out on camera, but you can see there's almost steps here in the ground and there's big lumps and mounds. I would hazard a guess that none of this is natural. Here's a view of it from slightly further up. Doesn't look natural at all, does it? I've decided that the best plan of action is just to keep going up. Eventually I'm going to get to the summit, although it's a hell of a steep climb. Why don't these sorts of places have escalators? Only 3/4 of the way up, and I must say the views are spectacular. On my map up at the fence line, it's supposed to be avoidance route here. It's supposed to be a way over the fence. But it looks like it's been completely blocked off. That's the route on my map. I guess I'm going to have to go back on my map. I'll see if I can get a bit bigger for you. Zoom in a bit more. I'm just here where this marker is. The fence goes along here, which is right. That's the end fence going down there. And just here, there's supposed to be a route that takes me up. But it looks like Farmer John has gone and blocked that off. So we'll have to go back. Stumbled across this. You've got these metal bars in the ground, both sides, here and here. And they go along there. There's a bit of wire there as well, like electrical cable. I think I know what that is. This large lump of earth, which is now behind you, because I'm finding my way around. This has been used since medieval times as a lookout post. It's a little garrison, a fort. And the Romans used it as well. And all manner of people. And it was last used by the British Army back in World War One. It might have been World War Two as well, I'm not sure. There's bound to be someone there who's going to correct me in the comments. And that was the remains of a slit trench that somebody built. I guess they was put here to defend the land if ever we was invaded. Come across a few old stones there. I wonder if they was part of the fortifications that were originally here to keep people out. Now, instead of walking all the way down the hill and around and coming back up, my map says that this fencing follows a line, but it's to the right of where I want to go. But it's a really steep climb here, so I'm really tempted to try and get through here and have a steep climb up to the top. I think we'll do that. I wouldn't attempt this if it was really muddy and it'd been raining. There seems to be a vague path through there, so I'm going to try that. It's easy to see from a defensive standpoint why this hill was so important. Keep working my way around all this barbed wire and fencing. I hope I don't regret this. Oh, look at it! It's pretty much vertical. Oh no. When you're out in the wild, so to speak, and you're in the middle of a field and you don't really know where you are, just remember, you're not lost, you're just having a happy adventure. There's another big wet area there, and there's lots of bricks about. I wonder if that was a structure or some kind of bunker at some point. All we've got to do is follow that fence line across and up to the summit. Here we go. It's always satisfying to find a little sign that shows you're on the right track. And a big sign to tell you that your track you're on is heading towards where you want to go. It hasn't rained here for 2 or 3 days. And if it had been raining for any length of time, this would be absolutely horrendous. That's so dangerous. Look at it. I can't even begin to imagine what it would have been like back in the day, trying to attack up this hillside. And there wouldn't have been any nice fancy steps like this full of mud. It would have been absolutely horrendous, with defensive positions, people throwing rocks at you or firing arrows, and you'd be absolutely knackered by the time you got to here. And that's before you even get anywhere near to the top. I couldn't get my words out then. We're nearly there. While I'm taking my breath, I'll tell you why I'm up here today. One is to get out and about and have some lunch. I've got a different little stovey thing to show you today. Don't think I've shown it to you before. And the other one is, I've got myself a drone. It's a birthday present for me, from someone. It's like a child's toy on steroids, and it's got a camera on it. So I was figuring, while I'm at the top of here with the views, I can have a little play around with it. I could show you as well a view from the top of here. When you look at the maps, this looks like a big round piece of earth, but the top is relatively flat. But you don't realise that when you're actually on top of it, so I thought a bird's eye view might help that, might be a bit interesting. Right. Final push. Do you remember earlier I was showing you about what I thought was slit trenches because of the metal everywhere? There's more up here, and they give you a commanding view over everything and beyond. That was that side. There's more down here as well. I would imagine at one time they would have pretty much surrounded the whole of the top of this hill. Say hello to D, everybody. D, according to the name there, is the name of this flagpole. And I believe that this was put here for the Queen's Diamond Jubilee, and that's a flagpole where you launch the Union Jack for all the world to see. When I look straight down over the earthworks, it looks like a gradual slope up to the top, but it's not. Once you get to this point, it flattens out, and you can see various bits. There's various holes and digging points where there were settlements, buildings, and there's a couple of interesting things over there I'm going to take you to see. That's a super deep hole, and there's more there. This was erected for the Queen's Golden Jubilee. Another massive chunk out of the ground. Judging by this window up here, it would make sense that that would have been where housing accommodation was. So you'd be protected from the wind and the harsh weather and the elements. Jubilee beacon. I was looking at it from that side and I didn't realise there's a plaque on the other side that's easier to read. The weather forecast said that it wasn't going to rain today. I've just felt a few spots of moisture. That's a little bit disconcerting. And with all this wind at the top, there's no way I'm going to get the drone up. Let's go and hunker down here. Just like the Medievalans and the Romans. Medievalans? Is that even a thing? I think I just made it up. Medievalans. I like that. That's a nice word. A bit sheltered down here in these earthworks. Just find somewhere to set up and cook a bit of lunch. Apart from the stinger nettles, this looks absolutely perfect. We've got a titanium mess kit today, and I've got an alcohol stove to heat me lunch up. Everything's been stored away in this container. We've got lunch, which is bacon and vegetables. Some edamames in there. It's all blowing away. And we got this stove stand. I've had this for an absolute age. I'm not sure if I've shown it to you before. It's got three. Oh, lost it. Come back. I lost my pouch. There's 3 outer pieces for this stove stand, and there's 3 bars to go over the top and hold it all together. To assemble it, it's really easy. The round holes on the large pieces go on the bottom, and this plate just hooks in the front. Can't remember if I bought this from Amazon or eBay a long time ago, and it was just in the bottom of me stove box, so I thought I'd bring him out. Click him in, click him in there. I've decided that I don't need the middle one because that's where the Trangia stove's going to sit. I've taken the O-ring out of the cap, and I'm going to use that just to get a little bit more height. I'm not messing about today. Just throw some water in there. And all the good stuff. Nice and simple. The idea was I was going to come up here today. Whilst my lunch was cooking, I was going to get the drone up. It's just not going to cope. So glad I bought a waterproof coat just to keep the wind off. With lunch cooking away in the mess tin, it must be very reminiscent of what it must have been like for people and soldiers and the like when it was up on the top of this hill, when it was harsh and extreme, and then they hunkered down to have their lunch and to get out the elements. Let's move him over. I'm actually really impressed with that stainless steel stove stand. He's perfect for this large mess tin. The alcohol's coming to the end now, which is absolutely fine. I put just enough in to heat up a meal. Today was never going to be about fancy cooking. It was just going to be about getting a hot meal, some cooked vegetables and a bit of meat in there as well. That's really lovely. Nice and simple. A few vegetables, a bit of bacon. Pretty much in the style of what it would have been like had you been camped out on top of here. I really enjoy coming out and just having a little cook up without the need to go and sit in restaurants or whatever, or cafes, or get takeaway food. It's just something a bit primeval about it, I guess. Primeval, is that the word? Something comforting, relaxing, just to come out and have a little meal and to share it with you. I'm loving this mess tin, by the way. Let's get some of that soot off. Absolutely ideal for storing this little pan stand in. There's another piece somewhere. Just all fits together so well. I really like these modern style mess tins with a lid. It's so easy to hold everything together, and this is good because it can be used as a frying pan as well. So every part of it It's really usable. It packs down to that. I know it's not the right conditions for this, but it seems rude to come up here with this piece of kit and not actually use him. I've never flown this before, by the way, so I don't even know if it's going to come back. I've got no idea what I'm doing, but we'll work it out. I'm sure it can't be that bad, can it? We got life. Oh, the lady's talking to me. Skip. I think we're good to go. The first flight.
3, 2, 1.
He won't come back now. He won't land. Well, that was really interesting. My first attempt at being able to fly my little drone. I was actually genuinely scared because I was worried I was going to press a button and the whole thing was just going to go shoot up and just disappear. As soon as he got up, I've had warning signs everywhere. Warning, warning. The lady was shouting at me from the controller. It's far too windy for that little drone. So I'm hoping that we can go out and about together in the future and I can get you some nice little aerial shots. There wasn't much footage, it was just me taking it up and trying to bring it back under extreme wind conditions for such a little drone. I really can't get out on camera how ridiculously steep all this is. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so and you'd like to see more. Thanks for watching. See you later.